Understanding the G7 Summit, a deep dive into global cooperation. Today, we're diving into the G7 Summit, a key event where the leaders of seven powerful countries come together to discuss important global issues. You might be wondering, what's it all about? The G7, or Group of Seven, isn't just a fancy dinner party. It's a significant meeting where countries collaborate to tackle challenges that affect our world like climate change, economic stability, and security threats. Stick around as we unpack its history, member roles, key issues, and what the future may hold for this influential group. The G7 was formed in the 1970s during a time of economic crisis. Initially, it was a gathering of six countries: France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the UK, and the US. They came together to discuss the global economy and coordinate solutions. Canada joined in 1976, making it the Group of Seven we know today. Over the years, this summit has evolved significantly. While it originally focused on economic concerns, it has expanded to include pressing issues like climate change, global health, and security. Throughout its history, some summits have made headlines for their agreements, while others have sparked protests. The landscape has changed a lot since its inception, reflecting the dynamic nature of global politics and the need for collaboration among nations. The G7 comprises seven member countries: Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Each of these nations brings something unique to the table. For example, Germany is a powerhouse in manufacturing, while Japan offers technology and innovation. The UK and the US often lead discussions on security, and Canada can bridge differences with its friendly approach. Interestingly, the European Union also participates in discussions, but isn't counted as a member. Together, these countries strategize on global issues, making their cooperation essential in today's interconnected world. So, what do they talk about at the G7? Well, a lot. One of the main themes is economic growth and trade. Leaders discuss how to promote fair trade practices that benefit all member countries. They also grapple with climate change, a hot topic, pun intended. The G7 has made commitments to reduce carbon emissions and push for sustainable practices to protect our planet. Another critical area is global health. With the COVID-19 pandemic fresh in our minds, leaders emphasize the importance of health security and the need for equitable access to vaccines worldwide. Furthermore, they tackled geopolitical challenges, such as international security threats and conflicts. The digital economy is increasingly on their agenda too, as technology transforms how we live and work. In essence, the G7 addresses a wide range of pressing issues, aiming to create a better future for everyone, because after all, what happens in one nation often affects the whole globe. Let's talk about the most recent G7 summit, held in Hiroshima, Japan, in May 2023. It was quite significant, with leaders discussing urgent global matters like the ongoing war in Ukraine, which has ramifications for global security. They reached agreements on supporting economic and humanitarian aid for Ukraine, along with sanctions against Russia. Additionally, climate change was front and center, with commitments to phase out fossil fuels and promote renewable energy. They also discussed collaboration on health initiatives to better prepare for future pandemics. The atmosphere was one of urgency, as leaders recognized the need for swift action. Overall, this summit showed us that the G7 still aims to play a crucial role in addressing significant global challenges, and the decisions made here could have lasting impacts. Despite its significance, the G7 faces criticism. Some argue it's not representative of the global community, as it doesn't include emerging economies like India or Brazil. Many feel these nations should have a voice, especially considering their growing influence. Moreover, there are doubts about the effectiveness of the G7 in enforcing its decisions, as consensus can be challenging among diverse nations. Critics also say that while discussions are great, action is what truly matters, and sometimes actions can be slow or lacking. These challenges raise questions about the G7's relevance in today's multipolar world. Looking ahead, the G7 may need to adapt to stay relevant. As global dynamics shift, including the rise of new powers, it's crucial for the G7 to consider how it can evolve, whether that means expanding its membership or fostering partnerships with other international forums to address shared challenges. In summary, the G7 plays a vital role in shaping our global future. By addressing major issues like climate change, health, and security, it has the potential to create a more stable world. Stay engaged with these topics, support your local initiatives, and remember, every voice matters.